a lot of folks, I'm getting stuff up in the store. I'm getting swim baits up in the store here soon in a minute, and a lot of other different baits that aren't up yet. People are ordering hand poured, the big ass hand poured swim baits like this right here, right? A lot of folks are ordering these. I actually have to hand pour these. I pour these by hand, and they're not injected. So trust me, I want to get the rest of the swim baits, the injected swim baits, up as soon as possible, which are like these guys right here. I want to get those up as soon as possible. Get those up in the next couple days, but we've been fishing, like you all probably, and just haven't had time to get them up yet in the store. But I wanted to put out, y'all are ordering these hand poured, and they're 6-inch and 7.25-inch. I mean, look at that thing. That's a big bait. And I noticed the only jigs that I've gotten into so far are for the smaller, like the Juliet tails that we have up in the store. And folks are ordering those Deadeye jig heads, the number 4/0 and 5/0 hook size. Those will not fit. I'm just letting y'all know, those will not fit in the in these big hand poured swim baits, these 6 and 7.25-inch swim baits. They're way undersized for that use. I do have some other jigs that I'm messing around with, some other molds for these bigger ones, but they're going to require, like I said in the description, rig them however you want them. There's a couple that I've rigged up. Actually been hitting some cobia on this rig right here, which is, I kind of modeled it after rigging up a ballyhoo. I put a hook through with a bullet weight up front and crimped it with a leader line so I could snap it on. And my plan was to kind of troll these, try trolling them, or putting a little, I got this little rubber hand poured skirt on here, but I might go with like a sea witch, like feather skirt in front of it. But I've been hooking up on cobia with that. The tuna hook I don't think is optimum. I did pull a couple hooks, but that was just on me lifting my rod tip up too high, and I mean, they were set pretty good. I was fighting them, and then when you lift your rod tip up, they popped off on that kind of hook layout that I had. So, but they're really made for like a Mr. Beast hook, which is this super large hook. And I have a couple here, and they are actually pretty rusty. Or they got some rust coming off. They're not too bad, but I've been beating these baits up. Now, I've rigged these up earlier in the season, and I've taken them out with me. Even if I didn't use them, they've been going in the bait bucket or hanging on my bait bucket that I take with me to hang all my tackle off of. They've been getting salted up, beat up, thrown around, tackle boxes thrown on top of them. And I poured these in a saltwater plastic, so they're a little bit firmer than all the other baits to hold up to bigger fish and that kind of abuse. So you should get a whole season of use out of these things. I mean, you should get, heck, if you take care of them, you get a couple seasons out of them, I imagine. Even hooking on some big fish. Again, it's a harder plastic that I'm using on those hand pours to make them more durable. Now, if you did want a softer hand pour, you could hit me up in the comments. You know, ask me if you want to use these more inland or more coastal, less offshore. I could pour them in a softer plastic, which might get you a better hook set with better compression on the bait itself. Because that's the thing, you want to get a good hook on there that you have enough room when the fish, if you run a weedless like these Mr. Beasts, that the fish can collapse the bait and get itself hooked and up your odds of getting a hook set. If you're running like one of these bigger jig heads that I'm thinking about starting to make an offering, if you run one of those, you got less of an issue because you got the hook hanging out of the top of it. You got a lot of clearance up top. But you're not, I'm just putting out that you're not, right now in the store, if you buy those 4/0 and 5/0 hooks, they ain't gonna cut it. These bigger baits need like a 7/0, 8/0 hook. And I don't have those up in the store yet. So that's kind of why they're listed like that. Rig them however you want them. You could rig these, you know, a number of different ways like I just talked about. Rig them up like a ballyhoo rig for trolling, with leader lines for casting out the cobia or all that stuff. I mean, the cobia chumped on this guy right here. I mean, they were freaking hitting these things pretty hard. They didn't hesitate. They look really good out in the ocean. They got a nice hard thump of the paddle tail as they're swimming through the water and through the waves with that harder plastic. But that's it. I just wanted to put that out. Appreciate all the orders. I appreciate all the orders, the hand pours. I'm going to get the swim baits up as soon as possible. I think they're going to be one of the #1 sellers as soon as I get these swim baits up on there. But letting you know, these big, hunk of huge swim baits, they need bigger jigs than what I have available in the store right now. So if you're buying them for that purpose, I just don't want you to be disappointed when you get them. But hopefully I get some more jig options up in the store. I'm not a hook dealer yet, so I can't offer like the Mr. Beast hooks on the store. Maybe I can eventually, but that's what really these call for. Other than that, you got to run a bigger jig head with like a 7, 8, 9/0 hook on it. That's it. Hope you all having a good week. I just wanted to put that out. Appreciate all the orders. New shooting star is freaking ripping, and I'm about to start cranking out some serious volume here as far as plastic baits and the swim baits and the other options that will all be going up in the store soon. And I'm going to have kits available that are going to be coming out. Little tackle boxes, just grab and go, and they're going to be coming soon. I'm going to be focusing on those a lot. So that's it. Appreciate y'all. Later.